Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Aries. I'm the Cannastrologer, and this is your monthly moon message for September. I know I'm a little bit behind as far as the moon goes, the moon cycle, but we're still going to go over all of my predictions that I did at the end of last year and see how that has applied to this crazy eclipse moon season that we've had. Yeah, it's been insane. So let's start by getting into this. What do we have for Aries? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good, so mote it be. What do we have for Aries? The song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's Can't You See by the Marshall Tucker Band. So, you know, like the song's talking about can't you see what that woman, she's been doing to me. It's like about a song where a woman, and take it as it resonates, this could be a role reversal, right? But like where a man or a woman, right, has been driving somebody crazy and they just can't take it anymore, and they want to let it go, they want to move on, and they're like, can't you see what this woman's been doing to me? Like, it's driving me nuts. So take it as it resonates. Okay, so the witches, what is this? Secrets of the Witch message. You are magic. You are magic. Sorry about the glare. There we go. I'm like sitting in front of some windows, so it's kind of bright. What will you weave from the strands of wonder that make up your most precious life? Whatever you dream of, the witch sends you unwavering belief in your power to create a magical life. So it's like talking about you are what you think, you are what you speak, you are what you say, you are the same thing. You are what you watch on TV. You are what you eat, you know, what you surround yourself with. You are magic. It's constantly manifesting around you and the things that you're doing. And this is just a friendly reminder. Okay, now we're going to do some Black Moon astrology. I want to do some oracle first before getting into the tarot. We haven't dabbled with the astrology in a while, and I want to get back into it. I just need to get back into longer readings. I have been doing daily readings every single day. If you haven't caught my dailies yet, make sure that you check out the channel in the shorts section. And I'm updating daily with these readings, usually first thing in the morning. What do you have for Aries, please? Okay, underneath the deck, we have Scorpio. I transform. The 20th could be significant for you, the 20th of September. You also could be dealing with a Scorpio, or could be dealing with somebody who has Scorpio in their chart. But this is all about transformation, and we are smack dab in the middle of eclipse season, so there is a lot of transformation taking place. A lot of Mars energy, and Mars rules, well, Pluto and Mars rules Scorpio. So regardless, it's very transformative energy. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am getting Mars energy. Very Plutonian. So 8th house, you might want to check your 8th house. See what you have in the 8th house, because that could be significant. But yeah, this is a very transformative time. Top of the deck, we've got the moon, soul. So this is Piscean energy. I was just talking about Pisces here, being Piscean ruled. But this is your moon message, and the moon is all about the soul. There could be something that happened around the time of the full moon, or the eclipse, the full moon, what was that? The full lunar eclipse in Pisces. Yeah. It's also known as the corn moon, and I think they called that the blood moon as well. It turned into the blood moon as it went into the eclipse. Interesting. So let me read this. The moon card for Aries. So what does your gut say? The moon asks. This card is all about mystery, feeling, and hidden messages, because the moon will typically shed light on hidden secrets and things that have been laying underneath the surface. When this card turns up in a reading, not all as it seems, because something is being obscured. You may feel that you have lost your direction, or that you don't have all the information to go forward. There's much that you are sensing, but you may be hesitant to act. If it's difficult to cut through the fog to get to the real truth of any situation, or it may look as if it's difficult, but that's because you're transforming. It's that mushy feeling, like where a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. It's that in-between stage. and it's just you don't know what's happening or where you're going, but it's happening. So in brief, this card is all about the High Priestess energy. It's a card of knowing, using your intuition, your gut instincts. It's about dreams, the soul, the dark night of the soul. Some of you could be going into like shadow work, doing shadow work, and really getting real with yourself. And it's not always the most comfortable of feelings, but it's so very important. It's also about memories, the past, wisdom, shelter, and then deep love. This could be somebody with the past. Okay? All right. A lot of transformation taking place, Aries. I definitely see that. Yeah, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Pisces energy, some type of water sign energy. All right, now let's get into the tarot. Let's do some tarot. All right. Just getting situated. What do we have for Aries, please? I want to try to make these about 20 minutes if possible. One more. What do we have for Aries? Higher peace, power, protection, prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're feeling good, feeling motivated. Especially with the 5 swords underneath the deck as we go into this. You could be feeling like you've just gone through some kind of bittersweet, battle, right? You can't win for losing, basically, right? Whether you are on the winning end of this or the not so winning end of this, it's like there was some kind of competition, some kind of fight, some kind of something where you were at heads with another person. Okay, and it's like, I feel, Aries, like you're saying, I'm not going to let someone win over me, right? But it was bittersweet. Could have been against like a person that you actually cared for, spoke some truth to, or maybe it was you. Maybe it happened to you. Got the 9 of Pentacles and it wanted to fall sideways. Okay, then we've got the Queen of Pentacles upright. And we have the Knight of Wands. Someone coming. I'm going to take that upright. Okay, I see a lot of grounded energy and a lot of fire energy. So whether this is you or this is who you have on your mind, Aries, you can be the judge of that. We start out with the 9 of Pentacles energy. This is feminine energy, someone who's all about independence and freedom. She's self-made. She works, very hard to, keep to her garden and to create her own money. And, she, has her own sense of style. She's really good with animals. You could have a garden. You could be learning gardening. Or this could be somebody that you're dealing with. This is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. And she's looking to the present, to the future. Like this could have been somebody, this could have been you in the past, working hard towards your goals, being that independent energy. Because now you're sitting in the Queen of Pentacles energy. This is someone who rules over house, home, family, business. The Queen of Pentacles is all about money and material things, but she's also about her family. She's very good at handling her business and making sure that it's all balanced. She can be a little egotistical because, she is, again, about material things, but that's not all she's about. She's also really great with animals and earth elements and going out into nature and, just, balancing and caring for it all, right? I like this energy. But then we have the Knight of Wands coming in the future. You've got a knight coming towards you. Now this could be somebody from your past. Doesn't have to be. So the Knight of Wands is an interesting energy because the Knight of Wands is, well, okay. Wands are Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, all right? And it's all about passion. It could be passion towards a person, or it could be passion towards what you're passionate about: work, career, business, finance, passion projects. If that's it, this is a great energy to be in. This is somebody who's very gung-ho. They go out there, they get a sale, they come back to the office, put a star on the board, they go out there, they do it again, or they're very passionate about what they do. It's very happy-go-lucky type of energy, right? Now, if this is towards a person, passion towards a person, whether it's romantic or platonic, this is like you're here for a fun time, not for a long time type of energy. Somebody who's in and out, one night stand, so take it as it resonates. Some people are down with the one night stands and things like that, right? But if you're not, you've got somebody coming in that could be in that energy. Otherwise, if this is business, this could be, good, just lucky energy having to do with business. But everybody has their own story that they're dealing with, right? And we're going to get more into it. I'm about to clarify. Underneath the deck, we do have, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is all about house, home, stability, foundation. It's also a card of celebration. It's a card of marriage. It could be marriage in a business or in a partnership. It doesn't have to be like romantic marriage or anything like that, but it can be. But it is about celebration. It also can be known as the twin flame 1111 card, connecting with your twin flame or soulmate. Soulmates can be anybody. It doesn't have to always be romantic. So many people put so much into that. Okay, what else do we have? I feel like somebody's done a lot of growth, a lot of transforming. They went from that Nine of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles energy. And there could be somebody coming back from the past, wanting to get a taste of that, because they see the success, they see the abundance. Don't let anybody take advantage of you, though. Yeah, this could be somebody from the past because we have the Six of Cups underneath the deck. This is Scorpio energy, but it doesn't matter. It could be any water sign, any sign at all. They're just in the water energy. This is nostalgia. It's memories. It's, childlike energy, pleasure after hardship. This could be getting together with an old friend. This could be, somebody who brings out your inner child, anything like that. All right, what do we have for the Nine of Pentacles? Let's get 3 cards. What's the Nine of Pentacles? Somebody's having a moment of weakness. Okay. So in the past, Aries, what the heck? So in the past, we had a independent female, okay, self-made, independent energy. Again, whether you're male or female, this was in the feminine energy, somebody very independent, freedom-loving. We've got Libra, Leo, and we also have Gemini energy. This is somebody taking time out so that the answers will come. There was something that they were thinking long and hard about, that they were trying to rest and recharge and reflect on. It is a card of abundance, but it's like somebody taking the time to kind of look back at how far they've come before they can, move forward. And it's because they're feeling weak. The Strength card fell in reverse. This is, somebody who has a lot of doubt or impatience. Could be a little petty too, but it's about repression of their bravery, of their courage, right? Somebody didn't feel strong enough to be able to move forward, and that led to, sleepless nights, to anxiety, to maybe even depression and nightmares, right? Worrying changes nothing. You need to decide your next step, and I feel like somebody was just not strong enough, or didn't feel like they were strong enough to move forward in this situation. What is the Queen of Pentacles? What is the Queen of Pentacles? What energy? There's that Six of Cups again. Okay. So, wow, okay. So, Spirit's like I said what I said. For real, though. So, that Six of Cups energy came out again. Somebody from the past. I feel like somebody came in, maybe reminded you of something that was like I'm getting the feeling of just like a very nostalgic, very memorable, very loving type of feeling from the past. It's all in my stomach, in my sacral. This is reaching out to others with love and compassion. It's about memories and healing and comfort, pleasure after hardship. You know, somebody's gone through it, right? And I feel like they're connecting with people from the past that maybe saw the journey, saw how they had to fight everything and get through everything to where they're at now. And this is really interesting. So then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Again, Spirit saying, I said what I said, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. So this is, you know, a queen who is focusing on home, family, success, and abundance. That's mind on my money and my money on my mind. That's all they're focused on, right? They're very protective. They're generous and charming, intelligent, kind, truthful, and practical. And this sets the tone for a brand new start, a brand new journey. Now, with what and or with who? Could this be a new journey with somebody from the past? Spread your wings and fly. Anticipation, wonder, curiosity, awe, new journey. Care is needed, but there is potential with this. Very, very interesting. I am also seeing some type of ending, but also some type of beginning. Because the 6 card plus the 4 card equals 10. 10s are endings, but also beginnings, because 1 plus 0 equals 1. That's a new start. So what's this Knight of Wands? What's this Knight of Wands? What's this Knight of Wands energy? What's the Knight of Wands? There's messages coming in, but with an offer. Someone is nervous, but they are coming in with an offer. So I see the 8 of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, that's messages coming in, and or someone taking action on your ideas. Life is moving ahead, so it's about movement and quick decisions, change, right? Someone may be making a bold move, whether they're coming back from the past or you're just, you know, moving forward on some venture or endeavor. Now, this is going to make you feel a little nervous, give you some anxiety. I see that with the 8 of Swords here. Gemini energy, but if it feels like you're blocked or seems like you're blocked, you still can take the steps to move forward. You're in your own head. You need to get out of your own head. And the 8 of Swords allows you to be able to do that. You got there because, you know, you put yourself there, but you can get yourself out just as easily. It's about uncontrolled thoughts and fruitless overthinking, okay? But what if? But what if? It doesn't matter. What if? You know, switch it. Switch the energy. Instead of fear, what if? Like excitement, what if? Okay? Because then we have the Knight of Cups. Water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is an offer. It's an opportunity. It's an apology, maybe. There's somebody's either worried about making this offer or apology, or it's like somebody's, you know, they're worried about like what the person is going to say. But express your creativity with compassionate emotion. It's very romantic and sensitive, very graceful. And then underneath the deck, clarifying the 4 of Wands, we've got the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords, she's no joke. She makes all of her decisions with precise, accurate decision. Like it's based on facts, logic, and wisdom. You know, she bases her decisions off of the experiences that she's endured, and she does, very rarely will she change her mind. Not saying that she's heartless or cold or anything, but she's very to the point, matter of fact. She could be a lawyer, she could be a judge. There could be some kind of decision on a ruling having to do with a house. There could be something like that, but your clear communication expresses what's best for all. Whatever this is, it could be a soulmate, you know, coming together. It could be, you know, maybe moving in with someone or dealing with some type of stability. You have to communicate clearly, you know, and intelligently, because this could be a complex situation. But I see, you know, a certain amount of gracefulness that moves forward with this. Okay. If you guys If you guys resonate with this, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. I love to know what's going on because, again, you know, this is general collective for anybody with Aries in their chart, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Take it as it resonates, but everybody's on different timelines. I have Aries in my chart in one place, you know, so sometimes I resonate, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, underneath the deck for Witch's Kitchen Oracle, we've got patchouli purpose. So there's some type of purpose that's like the underlying energy here. What is the purpose? Is it to be together? Is it to create something new? Is it to move in? Is it to provide stable foundation? Is it passion? Is it just transformation moving forward? What is it? What is the purpose with patchouli? You may want to burn some patchouli, help you meditate and figure out the purpose behind all of this. Top of the deck, we have tea tree binding. Whoa now. Okay, for some of you, you could be doing binding spells, or there could have been binding spells being done. My phone just kind of went off as I said that. Okay, we're going to read this real quick. So we're already at 20 minutes, so there goes that. Okay, so tea tree. Okay. I just saw patchouli. Okay, so tea tree. Work together, bind the two, strength united, me and you. My astringent power will repel harmful vibes through binding spell. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. A restriction is holding you back from making a commitment, although a decision should not be made lightly. Investigate thoroughly before you consent, as there are underlying and hidden factors to consider. And I think that's what somebody's been like worrying about and up in their head about with all that swords energy. And let's see. An obligation that's irrevocable may be a bit of a bind, so why not use my styptic strength to break away from any ties that are challenging you on all levels? Choose me to banish the negative vibes of those who vex you, for my natural astringent power works as an excellent repellent. Don't let others get under your skin. Instead, turn to me to soothe and clear up any skin problems, grazes, and infections. Allow me to assist in restraining another's influence over you, or to keep away those who would cause harm to themselves and others as we work a little binding magic together. Promises are kept as you unite with another for optimum magical results. Okay, so I was saying, I feel like you're connecting with some type of a soulmate. Yeah, Page of Wands behind that, so that's like a new beginning. Dang, with the King of Wands, are you kidding me? And then there's some kind of like a fortunate tower. This could be with somebody from your past. Aries. Promises kept. So somebody could have like made a promise to you in the past, and now it's like you're considering it. For some of you, could have to do with house, home, moving in, working together, binding. Some type of a purpose to get through some type of a situation. And then last but not least, let's do divination of the ancients. What kind of magic are we working with? What kind of magic are we working with for Aries, please, for the month of September? Okay, and after this is done, I'm just going to really quickly run through the predictions and see how that aligns with what's been going on for your month, and then we'll be finished. So underneath the deck, we have dictionary communication. That's already come out in this. Somebody needs to communicate. Somebody needs to speak up. Somebody needs to make sure that, you know, clear communication expresses what's best for all. So you can't just like let this one slide. You have to make sure to say something. Make sure it's articulate and well understood. And then we have top of the deck, Ouija board, caution. Has somebody been playing with a Ouija board? I feel like somebody was. Somebody could have been trying to contact the other side. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you know what you're doing, okay? Opening up portals and that type of thing, you need to also know how to close them as well. It could have been somebody trying to reach a lost loved one. I see a heart on this. But, you know, it says caution. You have to be cautious. you know, binding and purpose. I'm feeling like some very witchy type of energy here. Somebody could have been trying to reach a lost loved one from the past. You just got, again, you got to be careful with that energy. Let me see if there's any additional messages here for the Ouija board. I'm not saying don't do it. I wouldn't say that, but back away quietly from the situation. Okay. So there could be something that you're considering. You have to communicate clearly about this. Even though an offer, okay, this is that offer coming in. Okay, so this is why. Okay, so glad. So even though an offer may be tempting, underlying issues have yet to arise to the surface. So look deeper into the situation before you take any action. Once you have uncovered all the facts, then you can decide if you should take the plunge or withdraw as fast as possible. The Ouija board is a very reliable tool if you know how to use it both correctly and wisely. But if you are in unfamiliar territory, then leave what you do not understand alone. You are invited to pull another card to assist with your next step. So I'll pull another card, but this says, you know, seek expert advice, retreat. Don't dabble in what you do not understand. Someone is not all they seem. Put psychic protection in place each day by seeing yourself surrounded in white light. Trust your intuition. And that's the moon card. Trust your intuition. Okay, make sure that you're consulting with the right people. All right, so that was underneath the deck. What else? We'll get one more. One more, please, for Aries. Let's get a card for Aries. Thank you. Lots. Chance. Okay. So they're saying, Ouija board saying caution, but lots are saying, you know, chance. It's kind of like a gamble, kind of like taking, like rolling the dice, if you will. An opportunity for you has been cast. Do you have the courage to take the chance that you're being given, or will you let it pass you by? Whatever happens, your life will change, but it's up to you which way it'll go. So you've been asking for just this, for something different, something exciting to happen. You know that you will never be contented to rest on your laurels. If you really want to spice up your life, and you know that you do, then it's time for adventure. Life happens for those who take a chance, but nothing happens for those who don't take risks. The Lots card says, go for it. I would still highly advise you to look at all the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the potentials, okay? You know, just because this card is saying one thing and it's something that you're thinking about, you know, I wouldn't be a good reader if I said, oh yes, trust the cards thoroughly. You have to trust yourself, your gut, your own discernment, okay, your own intuition. Make a sound judgment for yourself. That way you won't be stuck in your head. But it looks like you have an opportunity coming towards you, some type of an offer. It could be to live with somebody. It could be some type of stability or foundation. I like it. Okay, so for September, this is for the predictions that I did at the end of last year. The lunar eclipse was on the 7th. Pisces full corn moon, or also the blood moon. It was the full lunar eclipse. And so we pulled the world card, and it was in reverse. So this is like going back, circling back on something that you've done before, or with someone from your past from before. It's about repeating cycles. Okay, then we got hearing messages from Spirit, so you could be getting messages from Spirit, connecting with the other side. Right now, the veil is very thin. We have all kinds of retrogrades in place. We're getting closer to highway, you know, Halloween. Tis the season, right? So you could be hearing messages from the other side, right? Then we have number 27, release, the waning crescent, number 4. The 27th of the month could be significant. Somebody could be 27 years old. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9s are culmination points, endings. But it's like the end of something. Then we have number 55, Palo Santo, guardian. Some of you may need to use Palo Santo and just, you know, refresh, cleanse the energy around you. Somebody could be 55 years old. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Again, 10s are endings, but also beginnings, because 1 plus 0 equals 1. Then we got the last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. So you could be dealing with Cancer energy, but this is about, taking a rest. Definitely taking a break and thinking about something before making a decision and moving forward. Okay, so take a rest. And then we pulled the Dalmatian stone for loyalty. This could have something to do with somebody that you're very loyal to. This, again, I was getting past energy, someone from the past, so you could be very loyal to this person. And then we've got, last but not least, I started playing with Astro Dice, and I had rolled Uranus, Leo, and the 12th house. When you combine those three things together, it's a rebel and a mystic with a cause. So you could be rebelling against your past belief systems, your past connections and contacts and people that you grew up with. But you're transforming into more of the this mystical spiritual side of yourself. You are magic, just like Spirit said in the very beginning, and you are what you surround yourself with. So I feel like you're rebelling against this old version of yourself as you transform into this new spiritual being, becoming more mystical. But it's with a cause. That it's for the benefit of yourself and others around you. So that is what I have for you for the month of September. I hope this brought you clarity, insight, and answers. Make sure that you also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I do have those open. All you have to do is connect with me. So I've got all of my information in the description below this video. As you know, it's Together We Grow, and I love sharing this time and energy with you. I look forward to reading for you in the near future, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.